Hi everyone, I'm David Dean Hastings, and today I'll be talking a little bit about Rapier and Companion. So what is Rapier and Companion? Well, you've got the rapier in your dominant hand and whatever you want in the other hand. It could be as simple as a gauntlet or a glove. If I am fighting with somebody and I am using my offhand, meaning the weapon is not in this hand, I can use this as like a paddle to parry aside an attack or smack it away with a beat. A couple things I want to make sure that I do. I want to keep my fingers closed and slightly bent backwards, so I'm creating almost like a paddle. And I want to take the flat of my palm and parry or beat that attack aside. Could I use the back of my hand? Well, I guess I could, but there's not a lot of padding on that, so that's not good. I want to try and hit the flat of my opponent's blade as opposed to the edge, whether it be the true edge or the false edge. I also want to move outward from a vertical center line like any other parry that we would do with our rapier. I want to make sure that I have it active, and the movement is basically from the wrist as much as possible and as little from the shoulder as possible because it takes too much time. So the gauntlet could have been something as simple as a leather glove. It could have been made of chainmail. It could have been made of plate mail. Each one of those things has its pros and cons. The idea is that my hand is already active when I'm sword fighting, and I would take my hand and parry the attacker's attack aside while simultaneously attacking with my rapier, rather than tying up my rapier for defense and then attacking. I would be able to do something simultaneously toward the incoming attacker. Another companion weapon would have been the Parrying Dagger in my left hand if I was a sword fighter, so that way I can use the dagger for defense and the rapier for attacking. And again, I want to do these things simultaneously. Because this is closer to my body, this would be used for defense rather than attack. Now, having said that, if I were in closer proximity, definitely I could use the dagger for offense. But in rapier fighting distance, I would have used the dagger to defend myself and the rapier to attack at the same time. Now I can also use my rapier and my dagger in conjunction with each other for defense, such as the cross parry or the parallel parry. But again, that's tying up both weapons for defense. Certainly a viable tactic, but the idea was to parry with the dagger simultaneously as I'm launching an attack with my rapier. So this was a very effective technique. Now, one of my personal favorites is having two rapiers at the same time. This is commonly referred to as a case of rapiers. Sometimes these were made to actually fit in the same scabbard, and you can use these both for attack and defense. The term case of rapier seems to come from Giacomo di Grassi's manual True Art of Defense in 1594. Again, both of these, unlike the Rapier and Gauntlet or Rapier and Dagger, both of these can be used for either defense or attacking. And they were true cut and thrust weapons. I could do either with them. Certainly there are other companion weapons. I could have a Rapier and Cloak. I could have a Rapier and Lantern. Pretty much anything that I put in my offhand I could use as a companion weapon with the rapier. There are many different things that you could do on stage to make your fights really interesting. Always think about this offhand as an opportunity.